Right guys, welcome back to another Scrappin' Irish video. And as you know, I'm in the shed location, the new one that I done there a couple of months ago. And as I said, I'm in the process of clearing the other shed. And in that process, I'm taking stuff apart and I'm coming across stuff. So for today's video, I'm going to take apart something I came across in the other shed. So let me change the camera around so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So here we have well, it looks like a big black box, but it's actually a power supply unit or battery pack for backups for PCs and towers and stuff like that. So it is quite large. So I want to show you what you can get in there that you can make some extra cash out of. So the main thing will be probably the lead acid batteries. There'll be in there hopefully some boards, some maybe a transformer, hopefully a copper transformer, but we won't know until we dig deeper into it. So I'm going to set the camera up at another angle and we're going to start taking it apart. So if you haven't already, please do. Ooh, look at that, all you can see is my head. If you haven't already, please do. And you can see there's a lot of work here to be cleared out as well, but we're getting there. If you haven't already, please do hit the like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, why not consider subscribing to my channel, where I will show you what I to be at in the scrap and e-waste sort of stuff, how to make a bit of extra cash maybe from stuff you've lying around or come across that people throw away. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go and scrap this out and see what's inside. Right guys, so to start off with, we've got a steel cover. There is some screws that are here and they do look very rusty, but because it's been in the shed, it's been outside the shed, so hopefully they're not that rusted that we can't get them out. So far so good. So we'll try by removing these screws first and see will that let us into maybe be able to get into where the goodies are. And as you can see, oh sorry for shaking the camera, there's some nice goodies of gold plated stuff there that I've been needing to get around to, but we'll get there eventually. So the screws, thank God, aren't that rusty that I can't open them. Now this does weigh a lot, so I'm hoping there's a good transformer in there that we can get some nice copper out of eventually. But the lead acid batteries, I suppose, will be the first item on the agenda. So let me move my camera angle around because I'm moving down to this side. So you can see what I'm at. So I'm trying to see if there's any screws. This one now could be the... No, we can still get him out. So he's not rusted that bad. And now we'll have to turn it. So hopefully we can do it without doing too much damage to the camera. We might have to move you back a small bit. So we'll make a little bit of room and we'll move back a bit. So again, we have some screws along here that need to come out, so we'll take them out. Yeah, so the main mission is to clear the other shed so that it can become a usable shed again for next season, next year, and use this as the breaking down shed for breaking material down, and maybe hopefully get a fume hood installed in the other shed at some stage, and we can do the gold recovery over the winter time then, because at the moment all my gold recovery is done during the summer times when I can get outside and try and do the gold recovery from out there. So again, we'll give you a better angle. Ah, there we go. But yeah, so that's the plan. So we need to clear all of this that we have to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed it up a bit for you so you don't have to watch me taking every screw out, and we'll come back once we have them done. Okay, so I've taken out as many of the screws as a few that have rusted and I can't get them, so hopefully I won't have to get the angle grinder out to cut them out. That hopefully we can get the top off this, and maybe we might be able to break them off or something like that. So I just want to see, do I need to turn the other way? Which side is the top, which is the bottom? I think this is the bottom by the looks of it. This is where all the weight is, so I may need to turn it over. Now, what I did miss is a few screws here at the front that I never thought of taking out, but we'll take them out quickly because we may need to get this front display off in a second, and that could cause us a bit of trouble. So hopefully these ones at the front aren't as rusted as some at the back were. They don't seem to be, so they're coming off fairly okay. So it's letting off some sort of plate, so we'll have a look behind and we'll see. Okay, so feels like cast, but we'll double check it. But it does rust there, so it mustn't be cast. No, steel. Felt like a cast sort of alloy, but it's not steel. So that goes into my shred, so that can be put in shred and got rid of. So we have some cables here which I don't want to cut yet because I'm sure they're going to go further back, and if they are, we can get a longer cable rather than short cables. Just checking to see if there's any more screws. I don't see any more screws. Now we have a display here which hopefully will just come off. There we go. So again, we have a display with some sort of board behind it. We'll get a look at that in a while. Just see if we have a few more screws, do we? That we need to take off. No, doesn't seem to be any screws holding here. Maybe one in under there. Hopefully we can remove this part without knocking over the camera. Okay, there must be some screws that I've missed holding this part in. But we'll get to them. We'll come back to them. We'll come back to them. So this is the side. There is one screw here that is holding it, and I may need to drill them out or something to get them out, but for the moment we'll try and work around them. There's always something to make life a bit harder, as you guys who scrap know. It never goes this easy, so if there's always something holding Yeah, so we have another screw holding somewhere. Feels like it's holding somewhere else. Because let's check up here, because sometimes there might be a screw coming down through the middle. There isn't. And we'll flip it up if we can. There's a lot of weight in this. Aha, there we go. Found them. So we have some more screws that were hidden underneath. So we'll try and remove them if we get the right screwdriver. Possibly this one. There we go. So they were holding something here. I'm not sure if it's a transformer or just some sort of plate, because there's a lot of weight in this. And I'm hoping there's a lot of batteries in it and a good sized transformer, and hopefully it's copper. There we go, and two up here, so that's what was holding in them, that plate. Three of them up here actually, so we'll remove them while we're here. Make that 4. Okay, we're releasing some weight, because I can feel the pressure being released from certain spots, so it should all collapse in a second. And one down here at the bottom, and that's it. So we should be able to get this front cover off anyhow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it flat again, because there is a lot of weight. Be interesting to weigh it up afterwards, the bits, and see what weight we got. Won't bother weighing the steel. We'll weigh the batteries, and we'll weigh the hopefully the transformer that's in there, just to see how much weight there was in it. Okay, so now we are removing some of the wiring. Again, take that fan off, and you can put it in with your motors. You may need to strip it down a little bit more, but that's up to you to check with your scrapyard. And here we go. We can take the cover off. So we have a lot of, if I can bin this back, because there is a couple of wires holding stuff here. So we have a power board that we can see here with some nice big piece of aluminium on it. So that'll be nice, little bit of money on it. Well, when I say a little bit of money, it's money. It all adds up. So we're just going to cut these so I can release it from the one section. There we go. So just cut these, and then we can put one section away for a minute and just concentrate on the goodies. Okay, so let's have a look. So I can see some batteries which are here. Now there is some water because it was outside and it was inside and it was moved around a lot before we dealt with it. So I'm not worried about the water. That's just plastic waste. Again, we have some screws here that I'll probably remove now when I have the chance. So we've 6 batteries anyhow. We have a transformer and a power board. Power board has some nice chunky bits of aluminium on it, which I like. Remove any cables that we can pull off now as well. Put them to the side. Anything that pulls off, we'll take it off. So we'll have some nice copper wire. Chunky stuff that can be stripped if you wish. Okay. We need to get our pliers to them. We've got some screws here. And another screw here. That would have been a long time pulling at them. So here we go. So we have some more cable there that we can throw to the side, clear the way so we can get a right look in here. So as you can see, we have a nice power board with some chunky aluminium. So I'm going to take that power board off. We'll go with that first, and hopefully will allow me into more stuff as we go along. I was hoping to see maybe a better board as well in here, rather than a power board, maybe a modulating board of some sort that would have some gold bearing material on it. Now I can see here at the side there's a little attachment board, but doesn't look great what's on it, but we'll know in a minute once we get it out. So we have another screw here. Let's see if that's, no, somewhere else there's more screws holding in the power board. So I need to figure out where they are. Here we have one. Some nice big caps in here as well. I know Ian Matthews does strip them down for the aluminium if they're big enough. So it could be something you can do. Here we go. So there's our power board. And as you can see, we have a nice big chunky piece of aluminium, which will be taken off the board in a few minutes. I'll have to loosen all them screws. I'll do it off screen. I'll take off all them screws. So we'll have a look at this little attached board here, just to see if there's anything of gold recovery material. So I can see there is gold pins here. So we've got gold pins that can be taken off. So possibly in underneath here then will be where the gold pins attach. They could be gold plated as well. So let me just see if I have a pliers or snips or something we can try and pull these off so we can get a look. Sometimes you can be lucky and they can come off fairly easy, but this one, there we go, they're off. So, and yes, we've gold plated pins in there, so just tips of them plated in the gold, but they're gold plated, so that will be taken down further. This will be taken down further, so I'm going to, what I'll do off screen is I'll take that lump of aluminium off, and what I'll do off screen as well is I'll take off the transformer. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm looking at. I'll take off the transformer so we can get a closer look at that, because I just need to take off them bolts there. I'll remove these batteries, so we can have a closer look at them batteries. We have our wire already removed, and we'll come back and we'll have a quick weigh and stuff like that, and we'll see what we ended up with, and you can then compare what you would get in your scrapyard price wise for that sort of stuff, and you can see, was it worth taking apart for the extra money that you would have made, or was it just bring it in and put it in a shred? But I'll always take this stuff apart, because then batteries alone, 6 lead acid batteries, will be worth more than I will get for the shred price. So let's see what we ended up with. Right, so I have broken down that completely, and we're left with bits and pieces. So we're going to see what weight of stuff we have. So I'll do it in pounds and ounces for you American people, and we can convert it to the kilos as well. So we won't leave everyone off. Aluminium first. So we had this nice chunk of aluminium, and then we had a few small little bits of aluminium that came as well. So we have some little bits of aluminium, just to make sure. Here's another one, and do we have any more? Another bit there. I think that's it kind of for the moment, is it? Yeah, that's it. So in the aluminium we had 9 ounces, or let's have a look at in pounds, exactly 0.55 of a pound. So half a pound, 0.25 of kgs. So we'll go back to pounds and we'll leave it on there. So 0.55, so half a pound of aluminium, which isn't too bad. Then we had some transformers and stuff I pulled off the board as well. So like the likes of these. So again, depending on what you want to do you want to strip them down further? I'll also, little small one there. I think that's it on it. Now we also have these little copper toroids and stuff like that. So I'm going to put them all on here on the same thing, because more than likely you'll get the same when you're putting them in. And I'll also put these little bits of copper spools. Now I will break these copper spools down even further myself, because they're very easy to take the copper off them, but we'll put it there. And so on that we have 0.90, so nearly a pound of that stuff, which is good. And again, in our kgs, nearly half a kg, so not too bad, can't complain about that. Again, your decision. Do you put them into the scrapyard like they are, or do you break these down and actually take the copper from them? Some of the stuff like this I'll take the copper from, to be honest. They're very easy to take the copper. These ones I'm not too sure. I used to take the copper from them, but again, winter work, we could maybe do that on them. So that's what else. Then we have the big transformer. So this is a big transformer here. So do you put that in as it is in transformers, or will you break it down? That's your decision, because we've got 8.5 kg or 8.5 pounds there in weight. So again, check and see what your scrapyard give you for them transformers. Now you can do the scratch test, like I may have done, and see what it is. And oh, look, it ain't copper. So I wonder, will this be going in as a transformer? Again, I don't bring much to the scrapyard, so even though it's aluminium, I'd probably break it down and use the aluminium at some stage. I will be melting thing, doing a bit like a lot of people do, collect up the metals, and it's more to do with for crafts and maybe selling them to people that do crafts eventually. So that's what we had in there. Then in our lead acid batteries, of course, we had 6 of them. So 6 lead acid batteries, coming in at 33.3 pounds. So again, check and see what your scrapyard is paying for lead acid batteries. Most good scrapyards will take them, these as lead acid batteries. So put them in and see what you get for them from your scrapyard per pound. Again, for those who are working in kgs, we had 15.1 kgs in there on lead acid batteries. So again, not too bad, can't complain about them. What else did we get off the thing? Let me take them. Oh yeah, if you're going storing these up, guys, tape the contacts at the ends, just so you won't have any issue with shorting out and causing a fire somewhere. So put some tape, electrical tape over the ends for storing them if you're not going bringing them straight into your scrapyard, just for safety. So I will be taping the ends on them, because they'll be added to the ones that I already have. And for those of you who don't know, there used to be a scrapper who had a channel called Snobby Scrap Picker. Try saying that when you're a few drinks on you. But he had a car battery wall, so full of, and I plan to do maybe a lead acid battery wall made of all of these power supply ones, because I have a pallet full that I already had to do. When I was doing the transformers there, I forgot to put that on there, was it? So that brought it up in pounds. It won't register, but in ounces it might give you something, does it? No, doesn't even register, so it doesn't really matter. It's very light, but there is copper on it, so again, you can decide whether you want to roll that off, pull that tape off and get the copper inside. Winter work, of course I'm going to do it. And last, we had all this cable. So again, with all this cable, I just need to cut the ends off one of them. Where's my cutter? Because I forgot to cut this end off here. Now, there is still some little brass ends on it and stuff like that, connector ends, but I'm not too bothered about that when I'm weighing that. And again, we'll just remove this end, because most scrapyards don't want these ends on them. So there's a few bits and pieces to be removed off there, but we'll do that. It's not going to make an awful difference to the total. These plastic ends will, because they don't want them. So again, put that down and put that up there. I think that's it. I think we have everything on there. One bit there, two bits there. Oh. Try and get it all on the scales a bit. Now this can be stripped out because it is that wire that is a bit thicker and usually will strip out, so it can be ran through the stripping machine at some stage. So what do we have there in pounds? Just over half a pound. Kgs, just around a quarter of a kg of that. And then on top of that, we got some relays that I've taken off the board as well. So those relays I'll be holding on to for silver contacts inside of them. So we have a couple of them relays here. So we have a few relays that I've taken off the board as well. And then we had, of course, the board, which had our gold pins on them as well. We had them. And what else had we? Was there anything else? So this was the board. So this is what's left on the board. We have our gold pins, which I'll take off. Electronic Scrapper was working on these sort of things, saying there was silver in them. So I'll probably pull them off. These I don't bother pulling off. They're not relays. They don't have anything in them. These up here, I'm not sure what these are, to be honest. I wonder, will they break open? So we'll try and snap it open and see what's in there. Oh, so it did break open fairly easy, and yeah, it's some sort of cement or over two wires. So again, not going to bother with that. Probably asbestos now, knowing me. Only joking. Yeah, so don't know what it is. Not going to be messing with it. Not worth it. Whatever it is isn't going to be done. So that's kind of it, guys, in there. So you have to decide by talking to your scrapyard, see what price they're paying for lead acid battery per pound, see what they're paying for transformers, see what they're paying for copper wire, see what they're paying for aluminium, and work out. You've all the weights there, so work out what you would have got from your scrapyard. And if you don't mind, maybe put it down in the comments so everyone can see what other scrapyards in the areas, whether you're in America, whether you're in the UK, whether you're in Ireland, whether you're out in India, wherever you're watching this video. Why not, for a bit of fun, have a look at them weights, contact your scrapyard, and put down the total amount of money you would have got if you just brought them into the scrapyard as they are, without taking the wire out and stuff like that. So bring the transformers in, bring these in as whatever copper bearing motors that you can get, and see what you would have got, and put it in the comments. It'd be interesting to see what everyone else would have got in the areas, and we can see, is there much of a price difference from one country to another country. Be very interesting. Again, there is MOSFETs and stuff like that I have to take off. It's probably a little bit more aluminium, but for now, let's see what everyone got in their scrapyards. So thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, please do hit the like, and we'll catch you on the next one. I have to go and tidy this up now because I don't want to shed like Everyday Solders or E. Matthews benches. I want a nice clean bench, even though E. Matthews cleans it up every so often. Solders, she's getting there. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. And as always, stay safe and keep on looking for that money. It's in the waste. It's in what people throw away. And before I finish, you thought it was all over. It was not. I want to show you why you should tape up the ends on these batteries. I just thought I'd show you this. Look at that, guys. So that's what you can get when I say about things shorting out in sheds. If you're storing them, you can see there how they're still charge in them batteries. So that's very important. Tape the ends. Some of them might be dead. So this one, oh no, still some power. So you can see it there, and you can see the marks it left on my my screwdriver from it. So tape the ends up. Don't want to burn your shed down, or worse still, if you're storing them somewhere in a house, burn the house down. Tape the ends. A little bit of electrical tape over that, and the problem is solved. So stay safe. See you on the next one.